I wanted to talk a little bit. I know my session, I believe, is called Visual Innovation and the Future of the Company and the Future of Digital Asset Management. I have a piece that we published not that long ago that I'll share out in the Slack community that we call DAM in 2021 and beyond. And it's really about this concept that digital asset management is going through an amazing evolution right now. And it's really become the dynamic platform for content collaboration, organization, and ultimately distribution. We look at DAM as the central nervous system for your creative strategy. Let me flip to the next slide. Hopefully this is working. We look at it as a portal for sharing your best assets in the right moments and being able to activate and move content quickly and easily through our system. So it's about organization and access. It's about agility and velocity. It's about creative control and collaboration, ultimately to distribute your media. Because media sitting in a digital asset management platform that isn't being acted upon really is a missed moment and a missed opportunity. So all that we're investing in as an organization is to help organizations move content quickly, efficiently, out of our system to the platforms that they want to display on, whether that's social, whether that's their website, whether that's their sales organization, or the ability to use the content within the digital asset management platform for print materials, signage, display. There's just so many ways to move that content out of our system, and we're building all those touch points to make that as easy for organizations as possible. We like to think that DAM connects your media with all the key creative stakeholders who can use it and deploy it to tell your story and ultimately drive revenue or drive awareness for your organization. And we really believe that better workflow leads to innovation. I think we've heard that a lot from our speakers today. So it's wonderful that we have this vision, but to see it being actualized by our clients and customers is really quite powerful. When you look at sort of the reason for being for a DAM, it's to really streamline your workflow. Everywhere, moving your media from the point of ingest, so whether that's out of the camera or whatever form of upload you use to get that media into the DAM, where it's easily organized and built for access. We've built some pretty cool programming to layer artificial intelligence on top of the assets so that you can find things quickly, you can sort them, and you can process that media fast so you can get it through your organization and route it where it needs to be so that your teams can collaborate on that media and ultimately distribute that. We look at sort of a few core case studies or core use cases for our product. So there's the effortless everyday workflow, and that we've heard a lot about that today. And it's really about getting that team the accessibility to that content so that they can do what they need to do with it, move it out of our system, get it approved for use, and deploy it into the marketplace. We've also talked a lot about real-time workflow, and while this is primarily what we believe is a sports use case, we see more and more organizations deploying real-time workflow beyond just sports. So whether that's retail or in the medical space, in the higher education and college space, every brand wants to tell a story and do it as quickly as possible. And our system, through many of our touch points and capabilities, allows that media to come in and get out of our system effortlessly, and in many cases, in a matter of seconds. We have brands that are using us through the upload system, the tagging system, and the distribution system to get media out to social in well under a minute. And that is something that we're very proud of, and we think really has a use case that can live well beyond the sports space. And what we're seeing more and more with the DAM is really focusing on the revenue workflow. So, getting media to work for you to drive revenue. And whether that's about getting that media out to your sales team, your e-commerce channels, your sponsorship team, working through student recruiting, or fundraising efforts, that visual media has a direct impact on the revenue that an organization needs to deliver. And we believe that these systems that we've put in place can really help drive far more ROI against your content investments. So, these use cases we think are sustainable. They're not only being used now, but will be used much more in the future. Part of what we've also been investing in for our organization is building the integration touch points so that the DAM, as it lives as this sort of central clearinghouse for your content, could find its way to all of the other MarTech systems that you use, whether that's Hootsuite or WordPress, whether that's your design platforms across Adobe, getting your content out to a platform like Greenfly or Slate Teams, which we heard about earlier today. We've built this very tight integration with all these platforms so that it's right there at your fingertips so that you can move it out onto those MarTech platforms effortlessly. We talked a little bit about artificial intelligence, which we really believe we've taken a leading edge position in this space, building artificial intelligence that can find faces, of course, but also get down to the team level, the sponsor level, the jersey number level. And we've not just built this for sports, but we're seeing this being used by nonprofits, by colleges and universities, by consumer brands who really want a very simple and easy way to drop relevant metadata on their images so that it can be shared across social, or it can be found and deployed seamlessly through advanced metadata tagging. The final product that I wanted to talk a little bit about, you may have seen some of our launch messaging last week. We rolled out a new product capability called integrated accounts. And if you attended our last summit, we premiered it with Major League Baseball, who's been our sort of first partner to deploy this across the entire Major League Baseball franchise, where they've integrated every one of their teams into a system that can share content into a Major League Baseball organization account, as well as between teams. So, this has just brought a new level of content sharing and ROI, so that media doesn't just sit with one stakeholder, but it can be shared broadly across multiple organizations, multiple stakeholders, so that there's much less content duplication and there's more utilization of the media that sits in individual PhotoShelter accounts that ladder up to an integrated account structure. We're really excited about this as a new sort of enterprise grade capability that has shared messaging that has the ability to scale over time so that you can add more and more organizations. We're starting to see this really take hold in the college and university space. The sports space has been a great platform to adopt to this. We believe that this has a lot of capability value to other organizations where they might have individual organizations or teams within a company or a brand that wants to be able to share that content, access that content from across multiple stakeholders. So we have a lot more we can share about this. There's case study docs and blog posts about it. So if you're interested in learning more about this, please let us know. And then my final slide here just is to connect with us. We love hearing from you. We love engaging with you. We love seeing what you're doing on social, and we hope you love what you see us doing on social. So let's continue that dialogue. This Slack channel that we built, which is now, I think, up over 1,200 members, is just a great community platform and an ability for us to communicate with one another while we're in this virtual world. So please engage in all those channels. And then finally, if there are some folks here who are not currently on PhotoShelter or utilizing our system, we've talked a little bit about this today, but I would just again mention, we do have a free trial offer right now where you can get yourself scheduled to test out our platform, to kick the tires on our technology, and as Yoav said earlier, get PhotoShelter in your hands. So please take advantage of that. Our team is ready and willing right now to get you set up on trial.